Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where we're back here at Fred Beans Volkswagen in Devon, PA for the second half of Volkswagen weekend. And what do we have? We have a brand new 2025 Volkswagen Atlas Peak Edition. This is in avocado green pearl. We have a two-tone leatherette interior. We have a lot of nice stuff in this Peak Edition, and it's less expensive than the top of the line Atlas we saw last month. So we're going to go through this, and you can let me know if you're in the market for a three-row midsize SUV with some rugged exterior looks. Is this Atlas Peak Edition the way you would go? You can let me know as we go through the vehicle. So let's dig in. Front end of this Atlas Peak Edition in the avocado green doesn't really look like an avocado green. I guess maybe they're looking for the inside of the avocado that isn't ripe. Who knows? But we got a full spread of LED lighting up front, including the turn signals. As we come across the front, we're going to go gloss black with the illuminated VW badge and that LED lighting all the way across the front of the front grille with functional side air curtains. Now, as we come around to the wheel and tire setup, we're going to have 18-inch gloss black aluminum alloy wheels, the VW badge on the center cap. Now, these wheels are wrapped in Continental cross-contact ATR tires, 255 on the width, a 60 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is our avocado green paint with the flat black accents. Rugged look on this Peak Edition, that's what they're going for. The Peak Edition call out on the front door, gloss black side view mirrors with LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle, right side fuel filler cap. Up top, we're going to have a color matched roof, gloss black on the roof rails and shark fin antenna, panoramic sunroof, wrapping around the back, roof spoiler coming off the top, wiper down below on the glass. And then we're going to have a full spread of LED lighting in the back, including the illuminated Volkswagen badge in red on the back, which I think looks cool. And then flat black area down around the tow hitch, and we'll talk about that when we check out the engine. And then we have dual exhaust chrome finishers. We're under the hood of this 25 Atlas Peak Edition, and we have VW's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 269 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. This vehicle can tow up to 5,000 pounds. MPGs, 18 in the city, 25 on the highway, 20 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 91, so you'll need to use premium unleaded fuel. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price for the 25 Atlas Peak Edition, $46,655. This vehicle's got a few options on it. We'll check that out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,425 from Volkswagen's Chattanooga, Tennessee assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $49,646. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer. Black soft touch across the top, carbon fiber effect trim into your chrome door handle. Nice soft armrest with the orange cross stitch, flat black on the switchgear, but you're not going to get power fold mirrors in the Peak Edition. Nice large door pocket. There we go. There's the button you're going to use to pop the rear tailgate. And then into our footbox, really nice looking with aluminum finish on your dead pedal brake and accelerator, with an aluminum door sill plate to welcome you to the vehicle. Full power with lumbar for the driver, manual assist front passenger. I'd like to see a power passenger seat at almost $50,000. Then we have the black leatherette with gray and then some orange stitching. Bolstering is soft, headrests are soft, and the nice design on the insert as well. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. As we move over to the dash, we're going to have soft touch, more carbon fiber effect trim into the heat and air vent. Then down below, nice large glove box. Now we move over to our infotainment screen. We have Volkswagen's 12-inch infotainment system, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, dual climate, heated and ventilated front seats. As you can check that out, all you have to do is hit that button. The screen comes right up, and you can go ahead and turn on your heated seats, 3 stages, or it is very touchy, or 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger, and dual climate. And you can check out where you want all of the air to go. You can turn on your smart climate, warm up your hands, warm up your feet. I do like this. Folks, it's really nice. And then you have your air care. Make sure you're breathing in only the good air, not the bad air. And then we can come back to the back and you can sync the rear up with the front. The rear is at 68. We can sync them together and now we're good to go. And then we can go back to our home button or X out of this and we're back to the beginning. No built-in nav here, so all the maps and nav will be coming through your phone. We do have additional information, tire pressures, how the vehicle is set up, how's the oil level. We do have our media where we're going to have Sirius XM, go to radio, excuse me, where we're going to have AM, FM, Sirius XM, and this audio is up again. Every time the car turns off, the audio resets. AM, FM, Sirius XM is what you have there. And then we can go back to our home button, and then we're good to go. We can come across the back here, and then we have our settings, equalizer for our music. We can go to our settings, date and time, Wi-Fi hotspot, all that jazz in here. We can go back to home. We're good to go. We can go to our vehicle status. We can bring that up. We can go to vehicle, where we can check our exterior lighting, tire pressures. We can go to interior, cockpit. We can select our ambient lighting from this wheel. We can either dial it in with the drive mode or we can select it on this wheel, depending on what you want to see. I got it on green because I got a green paint on the outside. Then you can adjust the ambient lighting colors on the contours, on the doors, on the footwells. As far as the illumination goes, excuse me, you can adjust the illumination as well. So I do like the fact that we have some ambient lighting in here since we're 2 trim levels down from the top trim we saw last month. So that's a good deal. Data, how are we doing on gas mileage? How are we doing since we've refueled? Our vehicle status, engine auto stop start, how are our tire pressures? So they got all that in here to check on, which I do like. Then we can go back to home and we're back to the beginning. We can go to reverse. We can check out our nice clear backup camera with trajectory. We don't have 360-degree view cameras in here, but this is nice and clear. And we go back to park and we're good to go. We do have haptic feedback for the volume and for your temperature on the bottom of this panel in gloss black, so be careful for fingerprints and scratches. 4-way hazards, drive modes. Check those out. What do we have? We got eco, we got normal, sport, custom, off-road, and snow. So they got you covered, but today with the bad weather, I think we'll rock around in comfort mode. So they got you all set there. So now we can go back. We can check out climate. If we push this button, the climate system comes up as well. And then we have our lane keep assist action. How far do we want to maintain length in between cars? You can set that up. And then your parking assist menu, you can set that up as well. So they got you set there for that. So now we can X out of that, go back to the beginning, come on down further, 2 heat and air vents, 2 USB-Cs, wireless charging pad, push button start. Here's the gear shift that's going to take you through this 8-speed automatic, parking brake, electric, 2 cup holders, and I'm looking for my Volkswagen key fob. Here it is. Surprise. There we go. Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, remote start, panic button, VW badge on the back, and then another area for storage in here, and then a soft armrest with the stitching. I am liking the vibe on this on the inside. And then we have a larger area for storage underneath with a USB-C. Our Peak Edition steering wheel, leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, VW badge on the horn button. Peak Edition right here on the bottom. And then we have a flat bottom wheel to help you get in and out of this Atlas. But you know what? The Atlas is a big vehicle, open area passenger cabin, no problem getting in or out. Flat black on the switchgear, adaptive cruise on the left with your volume controls. On the right, you have your telephone, voice commands, heated steering wheel on or off, controls for the digital dash, seek for your music. We do have paddles if you want to go up and down this 8-speed automatic manually. On the left, turn signals, high beams. On the right, windshield wipers. Down over here on the left, you can adjust your headlights on, parking lights on, everything off, or headlights on auto. You can also put on this button, which means when it's raining and cloudy, your headlights are going to be on automatically. I do like that feature for safety. And then your max defrost front and back. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have our fully digital dash. Looks good too. And then when we go through our drive modes, we're really not going to see anything, which is too bad. Would have been nice to have a different display set up, but we don't. And then we can go through additional information in the center that you may want to see, all depends. And then we can go underneath each side and decide what we want to have up on each dial. There you have it. And then we can go back to, let's say, driving status. Nice and clear, a lot of information, simple to use with the regular buttons on the wheel too. Overhead console, there's the SOS button in case you have an emergency on the road. If you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. And here are the haptic feedback buttons for the panoramic roof. The right one, move your finger back towards the back of the car. That's going to open the shade. There it goes. And the shade will go back. It's a little bit slow. We got a big roof. This is a big SUV. It's bigger on the inside than you think. It's probably one of the best use of space, interior space, midsize SUVs I've been in. But it goes all the way back. And then haptic feedback on this one, front to back, will open the glass. Now we can't open the glass today because it's raining like crazy out. I'm not going to soak myself. And then if you want to tilt it, you just push in on the middle of that button and you're good to go. And then back to front on the shade, and it'll come closed. I did my finger backwards that time. That's why it didn't work the first couple of times. I don't like the haptic feedback on that area. I just think it makes things a little bit too complicated. But you let me know what you think about it. Then, framed rear view mirror with auto dim, sun visor with vanity, and an LED light. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Sitting in the mid row of this Peak Edition, but first the rear door panel. We do have security shades on each rear door, which is nice. Same vibe with the soft armrest, the soft touch, the orange stitching. Nice consistency design front to back. The seat set for my driving position. Let's jump on in. Nice flat roof too to get in. No problem getting in. No need to duck. And then once I'm in at 5'11", plenty of room for my head, shoulders, and knees. Seat pocket in the back behind the driver and the front passenger. Then in the back we have 2 heat and air vents. We have rear climate that you can sync with the front passengers. And then back here you have 2 USB-Cs and you also have a home power source. And then here are the captain's chairs. Now this is an option. The standard seat for the Peak Edition in the mid row is a bench. So if you'd rather have the bench, save your money. But if you want to spend a little extra, you can get these nice captain's chairs with the design. But the armrest, a bit skinny, but at least they don't ratchet. But overall, it's pretty comfortable here in the back. Actually, very comfortable here in the mid row of this Atlas Peak Edition. Getting into the third row, well, that's pretty easy. You come to the back, here is the button. You just lift it up. That seat moves forward and out of the way. And then you can just climb into row number 3. Row number 3, same vibe. Same material with the stitching and the design. So I like the fact that they didn't skip out on row number 3. Now on the right side, you have a couple of cup holders, an area to slide your phone, but you don't have any USB-Cs. Over on the left, though, you have the same setup, right? Storage, cup holders, and then 2 USB-Cs right here. So your buddy on the right will have to put his cord across your lap. Look at all this room I got. I got a good amount of room, and this seat is fairly far back, and plenty of room for my head. LED lighting back here, and I have heat and air vents in the C-pillar of the car on either side. Getting in the cargo area of this Atlas, well, it's a power lift gate, so you can pop it from the key fob, you can pop it from the driver door panel. You have a hands-free option, or you can come to the back. Right underneath the L in Atlas, there's a button. You hit it, goes right up, no beeping involved. Nice electric assist on the way up, nice electric assist on the way down. And then, with the rear seats up, 20.6 cubic feet of cargo space. In the back of this Atlas, we have the Volkswagen cargo protection system in here. And then underneath here, we have more storage. And underneath that panel, since we have a jack, is where we have the spare. So thank you, VW, for the spare. We have some accessories that are added onto the window sticker. We got some LED lighting in the back as well. So they got you all set with some hangers and tie downs on either side. And you can also drop row number 3 right here. Once you do that, you can just throw them forward. You can do the other side, throw it forward. And once you do that, you uncover your 12 volt here in the back as well. So they got you covered. And If you need more room, you can drop the mid-row, but we don't have levers to do that from back here. So we'll have to go around to each door. When we go around to each door, we just have to hit this button and push them down, a little stiff, and then they lock into place. Then we'll go on the other side. We're going to push it down, lock into place. And now, with the third row and mid row down and this big boxy shape, 96.8 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Atlas Peak Edition. That's a big number. That's the new Traverse Acadia numbers or the Grand Highlander kind of numbers. Window sticker time, here we go. 25 Atlas Peak Edition, avocado green pearl, black leatherette, and orange stitch, 8-speed auto. Here we go. Standard features. Warranty info. Options. Total vehicle MSRP. To get that in better. Here we go. MPG estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Volkswagen in Tennessee. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, so we're out on the road in this Atlas Peak Edition. And right off the bat, I got great visibility out of all the glass. Nice large side view mirrors. Blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision. All that action in here for safety. LED lighting up front and out back for safety as well. Really well damped, really smooth on the drive. The steering, nice and light but direct, just like you would want an SUV dialed in. And I got a lot of nice tech in here for 2 trims down from the top. Right, I got the 12.9-inch screen, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. No built-in nav, but I'm going to get my nav through my phone anyway. If I'm using it, so not a big deal for me. Plenty of drive modes. I got heated ventilated seats, a heated steering wheel that's 360-degree heat. Feels good too. Wireless charging pad, 2 USB-Cs up front, actually 3. A couple more in the mid-row, a couple more in row number 3, 7 altogether. Plenty of that action. 3 rows with plenty of room. Huge amount of storage space at almost 97 cubic feet with the back 2 rows down. That's a big number. This is a big vehicle. It's bigger than it looks on the outside, and it's got a lot of nice stuff in it. And this Peak Edition, like I said earlier, was 2 trims down from the top. The last Atlas we saw was the top trim that was like 54, 55. This one, if we round up, is 50. So we're saving about $5 off the top trim with this Peak Edition. And we get a rugged look, but it really is just an appearance package, because ground clearance wise, all Atlases are the same at 6.3 inches. It's not a big ground clearance, so we really have an off-road appearance trim. That's why the wheels, or excuse me, the tires, are not true all-terrain tires. They're Continental Cross Contact ATRs, believe it or not, which is an on-road all-terrain tire. And as soon as I saw that, you knew it was just an appearance package, but it's a good-looking appearance package. Now, our turning radius is 20.25 feet, which is pretty wide for a vehicle like this, but it is a wide vehicle across. There's plenty of passenger room and there's plenty of cargo room. Now we're going to change our drive mode. We're going to go to Sport. We're going to bring this into our manual mode, and we'll shift with the paddles. And boy, we get more noise, that's for sure, in the cabin, and it handles it very, very well. The downshifts feel good. The brakes feel good. And the 8-speed automatic is responsive to the paddle change. It gets up the road easily. Even in the wet, these tires are grabbing pretty well. Now I'm being very careful on the turns because I don't want to slide off the road. That would be a bad thing. But it just handles the turns beautifully. I mean, Volkswagen SUVs drive really well. And this Peak Edition, even with your mild all-terrain tires, rather than standard all-season radial tires on here, it still really handles well. But the thing about it is, this voice command is a pain. Because every time you say the whole word for VW, that comes on and asks you what you want. So, what are you going to do? But it's pretty sensitive. But overall, it is well designed, it's good looking, it handles well, it carries a lot of people, it's got enough power, even though it's got one of the smaller four-cylinder engines in this midsize SUV class. Most of the Turbo 4s in this class are 2.5 liter engines. This is a 2 liter, but it's still bringing a good amount of horsepower and 5,000 pounds of towing, which is about average for the segment, but it's bringing more room. And it's bringing some nicer interior. No doubt about it. This is a nicer interior than a Traverse. It's nicer than an Acadia. It's nicer than a Grand Highlander and some of the other vehicles in similar size. Volkswagen finishes off their interiors really well. So if you want something like this, do you go with what everybody's looking at right now? The Traverse, redesigned.
Please wait.
Or the Acadia, or the Grand Highlander. Or do you come over to the Atlas, which I think a lot of people don't think of when they're thinking about an SUV in this class, but it is here. But you let me know. But I do want to thank Fred Beans Volkswagen here in Devon, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2025 Volkswagen Atlas Peak Edition for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.